Hello and welcome to Rare Insight. This is MarkHoward. This podcast features guests who come on the show to talk about their extraordinary experiences. This episode features Dan Morrison, a seasoned photojournalist and a professor at the University of Oregon School of Journalism and Communication. Dan went as a photojournalist to the war in Afghanistan in the summer of 2010, at a time that recorded the most U.S. military casualties. Being a former Marine allowed him to be embedded in a Marine combat outpost in Marja in the Helmand province. He was at the front line in an area that was controlled by the Taliban.
At the time, that was the most dangerous place you could be in the country. Maybe not every day, but probably 6 days out of the week, you'll go out on patrol and somebody shoots at you. This is in the middle of summer. It's 120 degrees in midday. You're wearing about 60 pounds worth of bulletproof vest and various other things. It's unbelievably difficult.
Dan explained that patrols were made up of 4 or 5 Marines who were spread out to not risk losing the entire patrol in the event of an explosion. He also said they were more vulnerable to focused attacks when crossing roads. He recalled one patrol where Taliban prisoners had been taken.
I was walking behind a naval corpsman, and as we were going back, he said, be sharp here, keep your eyes open, be ready, because we are going to be attacked on the way back to the base, because we've got prisoners now that have valuable information, and so they're going to try to overrun us and free those prisoners. And sure as hell, we started receiving machine gun fire, so he and I just rolled off the road into what's called a wadi, which is an irrigation ditch. And so he and I just happened to be on the left-hand side of the road. It wasn't very long before the squad leader said, "You need to get over here with us. I need to be able to direct fire." And he said, "So I'm going to lay down fire, and when I shoot at the guy who's with the machine gun, that will make him drop his head. He'll stop shooting. You have to sprint across the road." And I just thought, you got to be kidding me. So he said, "Okay, when I say go, you got to go." And I sprinted across the road. But when I slid down next to the fire team leader, he looked over at me, and we had been talking before about my son, who was at that time was in high school and was a baseball player, left-handed first baseman. We're all being pinned down in a machine gun fire, and he rolled up and said, "So your son's left-handed?" And I just thought, you want to talk baseball? But it was later in retrospect, I thought, well, yeah, this was their normal. Going out every morning or every afternoon or whatever patrol they were on and have somebody try to kill them and be pinned down by machine gun fire. It's like, we do this every day.
Thank you for listening. I hope you stay safe and tune in for the next episode of Rare Insight.